All right. I just watched One Punch Man season 3 episode 5, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We don't need a season 4. We don't deserve a season 4. we just don't need it. As I was saying before, there just isn't the budget to make these fight scenes as faithful as they could be. It might sound a bit harsh, but I genuinely enjoyed the fan animation of Garo versus Orochi more than I enjoyed it in this actual episode. And you got Van Oba, which is the primary animator who animated this episode. He's like, damn, I did the best I could. It is what it is. And honestly, I respect that. Because, at the end of the day, as much as I do hold JC's staff itself accountable for even taking the project, there's still employees there, and I'm sure there's enough passionate people who want to do as much as they can to make it work. But unfortunately, sometimes you just gotta boycott a project, and obviously I'm being facetious when I say just find another job, but at the same time, find another job. Let's be real. I don't think we should be supporting companies that are going to be taking projects and fucking them up. I really don't think so. And we can blame the production committee as much as you want. It's really not the production committee. Well, no, it is. It's literally everyone who takes part in this project is part of the problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or I guess we're past that part already. We already have it. One Punch Man got greenlit for 6 months of animating and small budget, so it's already here. This is what we're getting based off of that. And the people who are trying to write it out, satisfy the fans, I appreciate them. But at the end of the day, it's cooked. It's cooked. And it's sad to say such a thing. And I want you guys to understand, I'm not just pulling this shit out of my ass. I mean, it got to the point where there's literal artifacting. Like, so far, the animation's been dog shit, but I don't think I've seen any artifacts yet. That was the first. I'm like, damn. And I'll be honest, the fight between I must have been actually spoiled by the fan animations or something, because that shit looks significantly worse or significantly not as good as a lot of the fan animations for that fight. And the difference there is time and passion, because we're not going to bring budget into the equation when a random nigga who's not getting paid for it is making up and putting that shit up on YouTube. So time and passion. I really can't tell how passionate the animators are. I don't know how much they love One Punch Man. I know Van Oba, he tried pretty hard to make it work. But at the same time, it's like, bro, how do these niggas not be like, is there anything I can do? Is there any other project I can work on? Will I be fired if I say no, I don't want to work on this project, One Punch Man? Probably, but just goddamn, man. Just goddamn. I don't know what I expected. The problem, I think I've said this before, it's so static, bro. It's so fucking static. There's no life. There's just no life. It's not breathing. You know what I mean? Everything is... It's definitely harder to notice, but if you know what you're looking for, you could definitely see a lot of what happens in this episode is still boils down to dragged PNGs, That's still where we're at. Even the Garo versus Orochi fight, it's honestly it's really not that impressive, and it really sucks to say that it's not that impressive because you'd expect it to be. And furthermore, it just reminds you of that fucking anime slop. The anime slop kind of animation that they give to smaller budget studios who aren't about to make an action-packed intense anime, and if they do, it's still within a small budget and time. Somehow we got the slop treatment for One Punch Man. How do we get the slop treatment? How? It makes no sense. But yeah, I'm gonna show you some pictures just so you guys understand that I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not bullshitting you. If you've been seeing Monster Orochi on the screen so far, let me show you this artifacting. As you can see, on Garo's arm, there's some pink shit that just pops into the frame, and it's okay, what the fuck? Why is that happening? This right here, this looks about as fucking lifeless as it actually is in the anime. And I'm sorry, but I think I've genuinely been spoiled by fan animations. Fucking fan animations have spoiled my experience of One Punch Man officially, the official One Punch Man series. And it's how do we get here? There's a scene where Orochi punches Garo with his hair into a wall. And I swear to God, Garo doesn't necessarily disappear, but look at this. he kind of just goes into the wall and off of frame. And then, you know, in the next frame when we see him, he's just not even there. He's literally just not there. But when we see him in the next frame, he's there. And it's like, okay, why are we making small mistakes like this? Actually, no, I know why we're making small mistakes like this. I know why we're making, because who the fuck is quality controlling this shit? Nobody. I mean, we don't have the budget for quality control. Furthermore, we don't have the budget for these fights. Now, this is what I was meaning. This is exactly what I was meaning. If you expect any of the rest of the fights to look any better than this, sorry, no. Honestly, I would expect the rest of the fights to look worse than this. And I'll be honest, I know you really want to like this. I really want to like it too. I think there's some pretty enjoyable things about this fight. The fact that we're even getting it adapted out of the manga, I think says a lot. It's really a good thing. But at the same time, I would have also preferred that it just not be adapted out of the manga. Look at this panel right here. Somehow there's only like 2 people, like 2 monsters. Nobody's there. It honestly feels like they're just kind of there. I know like 1 or 2 monsters get like clipped, but what is happening here? Well, why are we, you know, honestly, I don't remember how it is in the manga, so I'm not going to say too much about that. But I do know that this could have been better with a lot more time and money, and it sucks because Garo has like these little, you know, those little, I don't know, his cloth that is like flying off of his shit. The bandages that are like waving in the air. It's like it never stops waving like it's on a set wave. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a scarf. Like honestly, like the whole time I was watching this episode, it was hard to not compare it to Mappa and just imagine what it would look like if Mappa was making all of this. And I know it's like, oh, it's not a fair comparison. Yeah, it is. It actually just is, because JC Staff never should have gotten this project in the first place. They never should have said yes. Never should have engaged with this project, because they knew. There's no way they didn't know. And all that makes me think is, yeah, not only are we not getting a season 4, but we probably shouldn't get a season 4. The only way I would be happy to see season 4 is if you gave it to Wit, Madhouse, or literally anyone besides a fucking low budget studio. Literally anyone. Because if I see small time constraints and no money, honestly, even if you gave JC Staff the amount of money, the right amount of money and time, I still don't think they would have made something that I'm like truly impressed with. Probably something that I like and is serviceable and is mostly faithful, but it would not exceed expectations. It would not blow me out of the water more than the literal source material is. And that's the problem, because I don't know, I just feel like the anime elevates a lot of what Jujutsu Kaisen has, so it really sucks that One Punch Man couldn't go down that same route. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I really hope these next episodes start looking a lot better. I mean, I think this is as good as it's gonna get, and I will say some of the parts of the episode that they do look decent. Like for example, Psychos looks, oh, not Psychos, Giro looks pretty good. But it's not an art style thing that I'm complaining about. It really is an animation thing. It's an animation problem. It's just a very static, passionless fucking. It's just sad, man. And yeah, man. I mean, I guess we're here. We just have to stick it through. Is what we're dealing with. Is what we have to live with. What, 7 more weeks for One Punch Man? I guess we'll just ride it out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. Peace.